this game ends up going the distance here, simply because... Welcome to Overgrowth, ladies and gentlemen, where we have game number 5 of this best of 9 King of the Hill series, spawning in the bottom left-hand position, representing Millennium, hailing from France and playing as the Red Protoss. We have Lilbow. He is the challenger this particular week against our incumbent King of the Hill, the blue Terran player representing TeamLiquid.net in the top right-hand position. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Liquid Bunny. And Bunny at the moment struggling just a little bit against Lilbow, to be perfectly honest. And at the end of the day, Lilbow, he's... I mean, Lilbow failed an attack that Bunny held, and that was kind of the game where Bunny won as well. So it wasn't like Bunny was being the aggressor there. So I feel like at this stage in the series, Bunny's going to be okay. He's going to be giving himself the green light to be a bit more aggressive, because Lilbow's realized, actually, when I sit back and play these macro games, I'm beating this opponent. I am able to, potentially at this rate, just become the King of the Hill by sitting back and out-macroing him. And he can't... Bunny can't just afford to sit back and let this happen right now. He needs to change something up, and I feel like he should start thinking about getting more aggressive. I can't see him winning, for example, 4 games on the trot, doing exactly the same thing that he's been doing all series long, which Lilbow seems to have the number of. Lilbow's also been switching up his strategies a little bit, guys. We've seen Stargates, we've seen robotics facilities, and we've seen Twilight Councils first come out of him as well. So he's also less predictable, and he's able to has been able to beat Bunny in all of those situations. And that's the other worry here. That's why it's Bunny that really needs to be switching it up right now. He doesn't want to be relying on Lilbow having a terrible game. But the good news is that's going to be exciting. So let's see what happens. Interestingly, an SCV scout is coming just ahead of the Reaper here, spotting exactly what's going on. We'll be able to see the composition of the base, and that there isn't a second gas as well, so no early tech. And wow, well, 2 probes going to try and block the SCV from putting anything down so that the Nexus can actually go down as well. And the SCV is, in fact, going to get killed off. The Nexus gets summoned on top of his not quite bloodied corpse. In fact, SCVs don't seem to have any blood. So there you go. And the Nexus is going to go down, summoning compost from his disintegrating body. As the Mothership Core once again plays host to the Reaper, decides it does not want it at its dinner party. It's a lot of "its" in one sentence. Reactor has gone down, as is custom in these Bunny games, after the first Reaper. We've got the factory halfway complete as well. And this game's going to go very much similar to previous encounters as well. And a Stalker is going to be coming in, which will spell the end of harassment from this Reaper, at least in the early game. He needs to be so careful. The Stalker is... Oh, if the Stalker kept walking, I really think it could have gotten a shot off on the Reaper as it reached a cliff and possibly killed it off. I think that's how low on health the Reaper was. And we have a Twilight Council. All right, for the second time this series, going with the Twilight here is Lilbow. Let's see where he's going to go from here. Are we going to see, once again, the quick blink, followed by the immediate robotic facility and continuing to play as normal here? Are we potentially going to see a blink all in? Of course, not very common anymore, and not on this map either. But to be honest, most of the kind of stuff we've been seeing this game so far has been good. Now, Bunny, he's gone straight for the starport after the factory, guys. No, in previous games, we've seen a second barracks go down. Take note. We've also seen the reactor get kept on the barracks, and we saw a tech lab go on the second barracks as well. This time around, he is opting to go immediately for the starport. He starts a medevac, and we've got double Widow Mines in production. So this might be what I'm talking about when we say be a little bit more aggressive. Let's take a look. Workers killed. Looks like a couple there. And unfortunately, that is not going to come to pass in any way, shape, or form. Just a wee heli in there, ladies and gents, judging by the wheel on the debris. And that bit of scouting is not going to turn out very well for him indeed. No Reaper on the field, by the way, no Hellion on the field. Both of those units perishing in that battle, and as you saw before, only 2 workers killed versus 1 so far this game. So we got a medevac coming out with an early Widow Mine drop there. He's going to be going straight over this Xel'Naga tower. That medevac pilot is not worried though. She has seen that there's nothing at the Xel'Naga that could ruin her day. However, there are stalkers near the natural expansion, and that could ruin her day. So we do need to be very, very careful about that. We're coming in from the high ground. Lilbow's only going to have a second or two to react here. And he's boosting in. There is number 1. There's number 2. Both getting burrowed. Are we going to see shots fired off? 1, 2. Not that many workers killed. Going up to 4. Oh, are we able to pick them up? Yes, we are. One of them gets picked up. The second one is still inside the mineral line. And does Lilbow know it? I think he does. I think he can also see that that's burrowed there. But it is underneath the stalker right now. So hopefully Lilbow is able to spot that before it goes off and kills more. Yep, there we go. Alright, knew that that was there. The observer immediately came out from the robotics facility, and that is that. So are we going to see any follow-up kind of aggression here? Still no reactor on that starport, just continuing to churn away one at a time, and it looks like we're going to see more Widow Mines go up into there as well. We have got the reactor on the barracks right now, and ooh, a little bit of a supply block there from Liquid Bunny. Doesn't really want that right now when he's being aggressive. And this observer is also going to be spotting this medevac coming across the map as well. So just not the greatest of times there for Bunny, as Lilbow currently seems to be enjoying a comfortable session, shall we say, in this game. In the meantime, of course, Blink is already complete, and we're following this up with double forge, so those 2+1s will immediately be able to go into a +2 upgrades. Another 2 Widow Mines try to get put down, and another 2 Widow Mines get killed off. Look, number of workers killed, guys. Only 4 still. No additional workers at the moment are perishing. This is problematic for Bunny. His harassment is not working. He, in fact, though, is using this as a bit of a smoke and mirrors approach to go ahead and grab a 3rd base. I don't think a 3rd base is what Lilbow has in mind, though. Double chrono boost on the +1/+1s. We have 4 more gateways incoming. The robotics bay is complete. We're going to be seeing some Colossi come onto the field right now, and I think I mean, he could just defend here and grab the... Oh, wow, he's actually going to defend and grab the 3rd Nexus. I thought with the additional 4 gateways, he was just going to go for a huge, huge attack. But it looks like he's decided to play the more macro-centric game. I mean, I guess based on the way this series has worked out so far, you can't blame him. But if he has a couple of Colossi with no Vikings on the field, he's repelled a couple of these attacks, killed off all the Widow Mines, and 1-1 might be a timing. Maybe he can do both. I mean, 1-1, it's still maybe 1 in-game minute away. We've got these warp gates becoming online now. This Nexus is only halfway done. I guess he could start warping stuff in, but he hasn't got any pylons out in front of the map right now. This observer will be able to spot exactly what's going on at the 3rd base location. Could see that it's pretty young, because the guy's already just been killed, and he sees the army as well. Now that's crucial. He spots that army, so I feel like that might be an indication for Lilbow to say, actually, let me get my 3rd Colossus. I've got 1-1 here. I should basically be attacking right now. I think he can actually afford to do a poke, but maybe he's not going to. I think he can afford to, though. He's just going to be playing it safe. Random, aggressive OCD kind of blink there. Or did he see the Marine? Oh, he must have seen the Marine. Yeah, he definitely does now. And this guy is running faster than he's ever run before, and now he's taking a smoke break. Because why the heck not? Does this Stalker see it still? No. Okay. Wow. Luckiest guy ever. Okay. So he's going to be chilling out over there, just about managing to escape the big angry group of stalkers. And now, see, now I think Bunny is a lot more prepared for a potential incoming attack than he was a few minutes ago. We've got the double Viking production now out of the double reactored starports, and I think that's given Bunny a little bit of breathing room and a little bit of reassurance that he's actually fine. When we checked in before, he basically had 0 Viking guys, and now he has 7. Doesn't take a genius to work out which of those numbers is higher. And Lilbow has played it safe, but at the same time, it's given Bunny comfortable room to grab his third base and just consolidate as well. Worker count currently 65 apiece, so with the addition of those mules, Bunny should be making a little bit more money. He's also slightly ahead on supplies at 174 to 153. But the punch that this army packs is very, very big with those Colossi in the composition as well. More gateways now being added for Lilbow, but interestingly, he's not warping anything in just yet. We have a bunch of units on the high ground as well in case we have medevacs trying to do a drop. And I feel like Lilbow really needs his army together right now. He needs to try and kill off these Vikings ASAP, and I'm not sure he'll be able to do that. That number's starting to get pretty scary. 4 Colossi, 10 Vikings as well. Oh, wow, and the boys have been pulled. Ladies and gentlemen, Lilbow has spotted exactly what's going on here. The boys have been pulled. The Vikings are towards the front. That's why we haven't got the Colossi trying to break through here. And the scan goes down as well. Bunny's going very all in with this attack. Is it going to be enough? A good time warp. A lot of probes actually coming off the left-hand side. And now we have the Colossi starting to go down. Doing a lot of damage in the meantime, though. The Vikings continuing to pummel away. Down to 1 Colossus. A great concave for a Terran player. Liquid Bunny on 160 supply versus 80. And I think he's managed to do it. Pulling the boys here on Overgrowth in game number 5. GG. And there we go. He pulls one back. Scoreline now 3-2. Bunny not going to be taken to game point and certainly not going down without a fight.